Dr. Manjari, one thing also coming in my mind that these days, as much parents I meet, they always have complained how much they are taking care of the diet and how it is making the cooking part and everything. But the children are not very keen on eating food. जनरली पेरेंट मदर्स की यही कंप्लेंट होती है कि बच्चे खाते नहीं है इतनी हम मेहनत से बनाते हैं वी गेट इट मेड एंड वेस्ट आता है बच्चों को भूख नहीं लगती है खाते नहीं तो व्हाट इज द रीजन आई मीन यू शुड लीव द चाइल्ड दैट वे और यू शुड reinforce it and maybe the timing maybe the gap between it so what can be the reason.
It's a very difficult time for parenting now. We are in a world where children have so much of access to internet, so much of information on their fingertips. You are not anymore the god which parents used to be at some point of time, because they are able to get that knowledge from more sources, which at some point of time our parents were our only source of knowledge. So every question I had, I'd probably ask my dad. But now children don't need to come to their dad with questions. They have many more ways to get answers. So what has happened is that parenting is no more, as patriarchal as it used to be maybe a generation or two generations back. And it's a difficult time to parent children. I think in India, generally, we are in a transition from going to our cultural background to becoming very American in the way our children are growing up. Whether they're exposed to, American culture. I see my girls are always seeing only American shows and American movies, and obviously that they're not able to understand the concept of disciplining, the concept of, control. They think, that children and parents are equal. That's what Western culture, whereas in our culture, there was a discrimination between the status of the parent and the status of the children. I think if we can reintroduce that, everything becomes simple. If we can establish that this is where you are, and you don't need to demean them, but you have to tell them that they still are dependent on you and they still need to come to you for decisions, and then you help them with their decisions. I think it's very psychological. It's more to do with how you psychologically manage your children. And actually, by the time parents try to do that, the children have already sort of, lost track. So that's why it's becoming difficult. If we do it really early in childhood, then it is easier to do.